Tom Izzo, speaking about the elephant in the room, he said, I'd like to say I have to take responsibility if my team doesn't play as good as they can play. I don't hide behind that elephant either, and that's a big, big white elephant because there's 600,000 small elephants that are kind of putting it to me, and I wouldn't want it any other way, whether you believe it or not. He confirmed this will not be his last game at the Breslin Center, despite the fact that they'll send the seniors out against Northwestern Wednesday night. The elephant in the room being that lots of Michigan State alums are disappointed in the way that he is running this basketball team and the way that they've underachieved from the preseason top 5 rankings. Will they make the tournament? Likely, yes. Bracketology, Joe Lunardi has them as a 9 seed. Jerry Palm has them as a 9 seed, so ESPN, CBS both think they're going to be in. If they were to lose to Northwestern, do they put themselves at risk? Maybe, but I still think they're going to get in whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I mean, Ken Palm has them at 20. And if they lose, the only way that they don't is if we saw the Lions lose with a 17-point lead and 12 things had to go wrong. It's about the same thing with Michigan State. 12 things have to go wrong. They've got to lose out. And then there's other teams that, in multiple conferences have to win their conference championship that have no business doing it. They're not going to get a bid otherwise. And then somebody else gets a bid in their conference. It's the 2-bid conference.
Yeah, if MSU were to lose to Northwestern, and then they go, Indiana's the last game of the regular season, and then they lost the first game in the Big Ten tournament, they'd finish the season 17-15. And the net ranking has them 22, which would suggest they're comfortably in, but 17-15 would be the most mediocre of mediocre teams. And if you're right, if other teams are playing better, there's a case to leave them out. At least to me, there would be. I'm not a bracketologist like Lunardi or Palm. But the bigger point about Izzo is that elephant in the room. If they get in with 17 or 18 or 19 wins, it's still not a good coaching job this season, right?
That's really only one. I mean, I'm not going to judge him on wins and losses. It's
how else will we judge a guy?
Well, I mean, yes, okay, that's ultimately how you do it. But he's a guy that you look at over the course of his career. This is the 4th year in a row, and it's the only time that over the course of his storied career that he's lost more than double digits in a single season. And so you're looking at it. Has the business of college basketball passed by? He hasn't forgotten how to coach.
No.
But is he just not willing to change with the times? And does he have to?
Well, I think you have to, because this program is a shell of what it once was. And that, to his credit, it was once something, but to his dismay and to his blame, it's no longer that. You mentioned that they've got the double-digit losses this season. You look at them just in Big Ten play over this 4-year stretch, and, I mean, they're, 2 games above 500? Maybe, a couple. Yeah, I mean, they're only a couple games above 500, and if they lose to Northwestern, lose to Indiana, you end up as a 500 coach in 4 years in conference play.
Yeah.
It's why you have fans going like, hey, maybe it should be his last senior day. I mean, he's going to get to go out on his own. He's a legend, Hall of Famer, but you got fans like, hey, maybe don't be so stubborn with how you play freshman and how long you want to coach and how far you've taken the program away from its peak. Again, all will be forgiven if they go on some magic run in March, but certainly doesn't feel like they're a team that's going to do that.